people. I am going to just kind of do a very chill live stream. Um, Let me do this. Copy. Paste reference. Alright, so that's going to automatically go up top. And alright, let's do this. So, as you can see behind me, out to the side here, I have. I'm trying to figure out what camera actually wants to hold up. But I have a big ass pile of old vinyl that I'm gonna kind of look through. Search through everything and kind of see what I want going on. I'm gonna be playing in the background this one couple, Yellow Cherry Jam. Very, very good lo-fi artist. But yeah, I'll have their music just kind of hanging out in the background, very nice and quiet and relaxing while I go through everything. Yeah, I'll kind of go through with all that. I'll see what I have. I figure I'll just kind of hang out and just chatting and see where everything takes me. I'm officially live on Twitch. I am on YouTube. Alright, so yeah, I don't really do trying to figure out best camera location. Alright, yeah, see, hell, well, most of these are gonna be 45s. Actually, you know what? So yeah, I'll probably do this camera angle. Won't be the best because obviously you can see me talking to. I'll flicker back on. I'll be pretty much talking to my webcam from this angle. So I'll try to be mindful and alternate between my webcam and my Sony ZV-1F here. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of see what 45s I have. Most of these are. This is pretty much a collection from my dad that he wanted to get rid of. He got these from an old jukebox somewhere. I don't remember exactly where he got them. But yeah. And actually, you know what? Yeah, I want to do it this way. So let me. So I'm gonna pretty much zoom up, hit my webcam here. You got these from a jukebox, so I don't have my stereo set up to actually listen to these, and I don't want to take any risk with I don't want to take any risk whatsoever with DCMA strikes. This is Who's Crying Now. Let's see. There's 2 copies of these. So who's this? Journey? Yeah, that's Journey. Steve. As you can see, Steve Harry's in the band. Neil Shuttner, yeah, so this is definitely Journey. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to kind of set everything on. Everything I'm going to keep, I'm going to stick behind me. 30 special. Special, Keep Running Away, Prisoners of Rock and Roll. Yeah, Donnie Van Zandt. Yeah, so yeah, this is 38 Special, Hold On Loosely. I'm more familiar with. I believe their singer Ronnie Van Zant, who is this guy here on the very front end of the bar. If I remember correctly, his brother was in. His brother's in Lynyrd Skynyrd. Was at the time. Elton John. Fleetwood Mac. Hold Me. Eyes of the World. That's the thing that blows my mind, is that it's not labeled as A-side and B-side. It's labeled as BW. So either way, the single on this would be Hold Me, with the other side would be Eyes of the World. Interesting. Yeah, if anyone's out there watching, what are you guys up to tonight? I'm just kind of hanging out. That might be. So I'm gonna try and watch everything before I show it, because this back portion of that one might not be appropriate for terms of service on Twitch. Juice Newton. Oh, these are all early 80s. The stereo. Well, it's been a little hard on me. Just kind of going through all these, seeing what I would want. Survivor. American Heartbeat. Silver Girl is the B-side. The Motels. The Motels take the L. That's some very nice art. Stewart. I don't even know what I'm gonna keep in. Because usually I'll just kind of see what there is and kind of keep things based on if I like the cover art. I could always pop up stuff on Spotify just because I don't really know exactly what will get taken down or have me flagged on Twitch and or YouTube, and I'm not about to have that nonsense. I have, like I mentioned, all the music that you hear will be from Yellow Cherry Jam on YouTube. They're lo-fi, well, they're a couple and they do lo-fi music. It's very, very nice, very relaxing, and it's not that AI generated bullshit, which is always a plus. Speaking of AI generated bullshit, I just came across on Reddit while I was at work. It popped up as a notification for a suggested feed for the Birthday Massacre sub, where apparently there's this music artist. They start putting music out like 2024 into beginning of 2025. They're called Eternal Night. Night is in like medieval knight with the armor sword, not night as in nighttime. Night with a K. So they're called Eternal Night. It's all AI generated, and apparently their entire MO artwork and design is pretty much someone was a fan. They had to be a fan of Birthday Massacre because all the artwork is clearly plagiarized. Not even like in the style of it. Let me pull it up quick. No, this isn't them. Damn. Hold on. There we go. But yeah. Yeah, I'm a person. But yeah, Endless Night. I was wrong. Eternal Night. That's why I wasn't getting the right name. But yeah, this is all the images from that band. Now, actually, let me pull them up on YouTube. yeah, this band, I'm not even going to give them time of day, but yeah, Playing Dead clearly plagiarized off of Birthday Massacre, but like looking like this, it's insane. But that's why I got on this tangent of AI, to where this group, Yellow Cherry Jam, kind of having them play on in the background of my stream, because they're actually like an actual band, actual people, where I've always said AI and technology is wonderful for advancing automation, technology in the realm of medicine. But when it comes to the whole nonsense of but yeah, this is the Birthday Massacre's release stuff. And this is stuff generated by Endless Night. There's like this one, the She-Wolf, Blood Moon. Well, like Halloween, that is very reminiscent of Hide and Seek. Yeah, Hide and Seek, Walking with Strangers. And then this one right here, the She-Wolf. You think like, oh, okay, you know, but like that's the thing is this whole AI shit, where I think AI is useful in pretty much business administration, technology, the STEM fields, medicine, pretty much making it so then that way we can automate our actual workflow in those senses to make it easier for humans performing the job. When it comes to music, art, it's, to me, it's kind of cheesy. It's kind of stupid. It's dumb as shit. But like, God. And as I'll say, like, the She-Wolf. Look at this particular image with the Birthday Massacre's very early demo. Like, you're telling me that whoever is behind this whole Endless Night band clearly isn't. I'm so glad that like this is someone mentioned it on Reddit. But like, I'm so glad, because there's no way you can tell me that the person running this isn't creating and putting in their AI prompts of stuff just like for the Birthday Massacre. Like, that's early demo stuff, like, blows my mind. But either way, let me get off that tangent, because I could go down an entire rabbit hole of just complete bullshit that I think is what it think of with AI, to where it's all fine and dandy if you're going to use AI art, at least use it in the sense of, okay, I have this idea. Like, if you're not good at drawing and you just have this random idea and you want to explain to an artist and have them actually draw something for you, and you say, okay, this is kind of what I'm have in mind, and you put it in words, and you could just use as a reference for going to ChatGPT. Okay, you know, I have this in mind. It'll generate bullshit ass picture. It always has this weird overlay grain on it, and then you could just kind of like use that as a reference. If you're just going to have just a one-off reference to send to an artist, be like, hey, this is what I'm thinking of. I can't draw worth the shit, but this is kind of what I'm thinking. This is a generative AI reference picture. You know, you don't have to solely do it off of this, but this is kind of what I had in mind. Use your creative prowess and do that. To me, that's fine and dandy. But when you're continuously just generating AI art after AI art after AI art, and using it in the advent of pretty much using it as a means of, oh, I'm a creative person. To me, it's like, okay, if you have a bunch of random one-off ideas, okay, but if you're a creative person, just go create some shit. Like, I get it, I can't draw worth a damn. Like, I can't draw worth a damn jam, but like, well, exactly, that's what I'm saying. What the fuck, Landy? But like I say all the time, I can't draw worth a shit, but I'm not gonna constantly generate. What do you call it? I'm not gonna constantly generate AI bullshit, and then come off and say, "Oh yeah, I'm a creative person." No, to me, I'm just wasting my fucking time. But yeah, I don't know how long you've been here, Landy, but I was going on a tangent where, let me pull it up. This subreddit subreddit I'm in for one of my favorite bands, The Birthday Massacre. Someone went out, was sharing how they found this one band, one artist on YouTube called Endless Night, and I'm not even going to bother playing it. But pretty much all like Playing Dead. That's a very where pretty much all their artwork, lyric like Beneath the Sky, Playing Dead, are all pretty much blatant rip-offs of pretty much like the Birthday Massacre's artwork, songs, and shit. Which is kind of hilarious to where, I don't know. To where I can understand if you have someone just getting into the whole gothic rock thing. They'll find this stuff online. They'll be like, oh, okay. Cool. But then, like, people that kind of, like, see us, well, people that are kind of familiar with a certain band will be like, damn, they're literally copying everything. But, like, I don't know. But that's the one thing I noticed, too, is with the whole AI thing. I know people will argue with it. I definitely see I definitely agree with it's just gonna end up hogging up resources wherever they build the data centers. There's a time and place for AI, but when it comes to generative AI, it's kind of like a whole lot of 99.99% of generative AI is just useless and terrible. Let me just put the little corner one in here. But yeah, I think most of the time it's just lazy and not good. And even then, the very minuscule, the 1/10,000th of a percent, a minuscule percentage of 1%. Oh, Ray Parker Jr., Let Me Go, B-side. Let me do that. But yeah, like, there's the whole, like, the fraction of 1%. This is Ray Parker Jr., Let Me Go, B-sides. Stop, Look Before You Love. I'm gonna probably keep that. Yeah. Most of the AI bullshit is, like I said, to continue my thought. So, a minor fraction of 1% of it is okay. None of it really blows me away. To me, it's just dumb shit. And I don't know. But then Rick Nelson. shit. Thank you, Lord. That's gonna be some kumbaya shit. I definitely get people's disdain. Olivia Newton-John. Physical. Oh, physical. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's get physical. Promise. The dolphin song. I didn't even know that. That's actually a decent one. Barbara Streisand. I know the name. I know I've listened to Aunt Barry Gibb. Honestly, let me do this. Barbara Streisand with Barry Gibb, Guilty, and then Life Story. Oh, wow, another one of Barbara Run Wild with the B-side of Woman in Love. But as I was saying, Landy, I don't know if you, how much you listen to radio, but I know I'll usually pop on some of the local radio stations. I'll usually have on, let me do this. I was usually hopping on between Marywood's college radio station or the U's radio station, but God, some of this old, especially the Barbara Streisand stuff. The one kid, she's a I don't even personally know her. I only know her from the radio she does on the University of Scranton's radio station. She does it on Fridays from 3 to 4:30, I think. She goes by Q, but she does just randomly, like a year and a half, 2 years ago, I was going through the stations and she was just playing a lot of older stuff. So throughout the semesters, when she's actually on, she says it's to a weekly show, usually either going in depth on an artist or a genre or a particular era or a particular time frame in music. And I know she did one of Barbara Streisand, and I don't think, no, it might not have been specifically Barbara, but it was disco and soul from like the late 70s, early 80s. And just overall, all the shows she did, I know she did Live 8, but yeah, Q with the U, usually Fridays from 3 to 4. I definitely enjoy catching her show, especially on the ride home from work. Pat Bennett, Hard to Believe. Fire and Ice, I'm keeping that joint. Diana Ross. That was another name that popped up too. And like looking through some of these artists, that just got me randomly thinking, like, damn, I know. It's just like someone I don't even randomly know. It's just some random college kid doing their college show for credits for their class, and I'm just like, oh damn. I know I saw this on the show, heard it on the show. So I'm like, oh, some random college kid would probably be happy as shit with some of these records. Let me go back into here. Up more. Alright. Moody on CD. You know what? I know 22,000 Days and The Voice. I swear, Paul Davis is such a common name. I swear I've heard it. Over the years, I've heard at least of 3 different guys with that name. Whether it's in the variations of David, Davids, or Davis. It's like, I just love like coming across people. It's just like very, very, very common names. But then again, I'm saying that as someone whose name is Bill, and that's also a very common name. Surprisingly, not as common as I thought it was, especially for it being a top 5 name for like over 100 years in the US. I've met way more Johns and Joes than I've met Bills, which is insane to me. Look at that old ad. I swear, some of the old prints that they used to do and packaging that they had back in like the 50s and 60s up until even like the 80s, there's always just little things like this to where it's music wherever you go. They have guitars, drums, phonographs, and just small little things like that. I just kind of appreciate. That's Jesse's Garrowick Springfield. The B-side of Carry Me Away. for their album. Yeah, from 4. I already have that entire album, so I'm not going to be worried about singles from that album. So what probably has me a little bit surprised, well, not surprised, but I would say that I wouldn't be. Oh, Willie Nelson on the road again. And Johnny Gimbel, Jumping Cotton Eye Joe. You know what? I do like Willie Nelson. He's pretty damn alright. Glenn Frey, yeah. I was about to say, who's Glenn Frey's from the Eagles? Is it from the Eagles, right? And the very next one from Asylum Records is the Eagles' Pretty Maids in a Row, the B-side to the infamous Hotel California. But yeah, I was gonna say, I wouldn't be surprised to where I know a lot of younger people will probably be like, oh, wow, why do you have these little tiny records? To where I know vinyl has been making a comeback, and it's crazy how over the years, well, it's kind of cool seeing how vinyl has made a comeback over the past couple of years. But I won't be surprised if there's, because I'm 30, there's younger people that probably don't know that you have your full album. You'll have your side 1 or side A, and you'll have your side 2 or side B. Very simple, very straightforward. But I wonder how many of the young people my age or younger, especially the younger, because I feel like a lot of people my age, pretty much anyone that pretty much late Gen Z and older, so well, no, not late Gen Z though. So pretty much late millennials, early Gen Z, and older definitely know about vinyl, and a 45 being a single with an A side, B side. I'm just kind of curious how many like younger people that are mid 20s to early 20s that are getting into collecting vinyl records. I wonder how many of them actually realize like that this is usually how you found your singles. This is how like radio is big, and this is pretty much what companies would send to radio stations back in the day, where they'd send, hey, this is our single, this is going to be our top song, and then they'd just have another song on the opposite side, but they would just say, hey, this is our song to sell our album, this is going to be the song, and they send it out. And then I don't listen to a lot of country, but I always think it's cool to wear. I know Merle Haggard, I forget when he passed away, but it was a couple years ago. And when I first saw the news article pop up about legendary country artist Merle Haggard passed away, the first thing I thought was like, oh dang, wow, that's kind of wild that he died on his birthday. And then I'm like, damn, that's even wilder how I'm finding out that the day this man died, we shared the same exact birthday. Which is wild. Absolutely wild. But then again, there are 365 days a year. Currently 8 billion people alive. And that's not counting all the other people who have lived and died before us. So like, the odds are never zero for sharing a birthday with someone. John Cougar, Jack and Diane, back with the B-side of Can You Take It. I like how every so often when he comes up in conversation, I always say, I'm like, okay, yeah. He literally had 3 eras. He had the John Cougar era, the John Cougar Mellencamp era, and the John Mellencamp era. I don't know which order the 3 eras took place in. Never remember. And anytime I hear any of his music, I know it's him. But like, I never know what era it is. Duran Duran, Hungry Like a Wolf, both sides. So they're probably set that was going to be their single. They didn't want a B-side on it whatsoever. So more power to them. Oh, Stray Cats, Rock This Town. I actually like that song. Decent amount. And You Can't Hurt Love. Sexy, pretty song. And I'll probably go through the ones I'm keeping too. And kind of decide from there on what I actually want to keep. I don't know. Simon. Toto with Rosanna, and It's a Feeling. Every time I see this man's name, I just think his parents really knew what they were doing. How the fact that he could be known as Kris Kross, it's like, what the fuck? If I was him, I'd go as Kris Kross, and I'd have my first album be called Applesauce for shits and giggles. Who's the vice president in 1985? Jerry Lee Lewis? Anytime I see that scene in Back to the Future, and not even getting political, but the scene in Back to the Future when Marty tells Doc that Ronald Reagan is the president in 1985. I know me and my sister said this, 10 years ago. But if you do, it's currently 2026. But even then, if you did 2020, if Back to the Future took place today in like 2025, and you went back, and Marty went back in 30 years to 1995, and they said, "Oh, who was the president?" The remake would just write itself. Who was the president in 2025? Donald Trump. Who was his vice president? Oprah Winfrey? Like, the sheer how easy that would be too, because like even then at the time people would be like, back in the 90s, people would be like, oh, maybe, but like it's one of those things that people want to see it. But let's get off the politics, because let's be honest, people get riled up, then there's going to be a whole lot of me having to be very, very active and mindful of chat, because let's be honest, doesn't matter really what side you're on. This is the internet, and people don't really know how to control themselves online without telling people off and starting their doxing nonsense, to where it's like, listen, ain't nobody got time for that. But then again, most people that know me kind of have a pretty dang good idea of where I stand politically. Jam. God, yellow cherry jams, they're solid. Honestly, most of these I probably won't even keep. Just figured these are all a haul out of an old jukebox. So I figured just kind of see if there are any of these that I may or may not have wanted. Nothing in here. Oh, well, most of these are empty, so. Alright, so. Bonds is that's probably U.S. bands. B dedication. I swear, no matter where you go, there's always gonna be some These supposedly came out of a jukebox. It's not passed on me to where we have, like, I thank God for you. If it's all the same to you, the word is always going to be some almost Christian related stuff. Almost over. Yeah, you know what? Been live for about an hour on YouTube. I might actually end stream on YouTube. And but yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna end stream on YouTube. So I'm gonna head back to